What is up, everybody? It's Animac here for AnimeUproar, and in this video, I will be breaking down what is, in my opinion, one of the best moments in anime and manga. I'm of course talking about the intense, dramatic, and heartbreaking reunion between Eren and Reiner after the 4-year time skip in Attack on Titan. This moment showcases why Attack on Titan is such an amazing story, and it really drives home the incredible character development that both Eren and Reiner have gone through over the course of the series. Despite featuring giant fantastical monsters, the Attack on Titan story remains one of the most raw and realistic depictions of the true nature of war. The Eren and Reiner reunion is a prime example of that, so let's get into it. If you enjoy our Attack on Titan content and you want to see more, do me a favor and click that like button. And if you're new to AnimeUproar or you just haven't subscribed, make this the video that you subscribe and hit that notification bell to turn on all notifications. You really have to go through the trouble of clicking that bell and then selecting the option that says all. I know it's annoying, it's an extra step, but if you don't do that, you're still gonna miss a ton of our videos, even if you are subscribed. It's just how YouTube works. Finally, don't forget to check out our growing Attack on Titan playlist. I will link the playlist down in the description and in the pinned comment. Now, we all know what happened on Paradise Island after the fall of Wall Maria, and we know how these events set the entire story of Attack on Titan into motion, at least from our own perspective as the viewers. The fall of Wall Maria led to Grisha passing the founding and Attack Titan powers onto Eren, and it also led to Eren developing an obsession with revenge that would eventually drive him to join the Survey Corps. The fall of Wall Maria and the events that followed also led Reiner to develop massive psychological and emotional problems which continued to haunt him throughout the entire Attack on Titan story. When Reiner first came to the island of Paradise, he firmly believed that everyone on the island was an evil devil, and he was convinced that he had to destroy these devils in order to save his own people in Liberio and to save the entire world. In fact, Reiner was so convinced that what he was doing was right that he pressured Annie and Bertolt to continue on with the mission even after they considered aborting it altogether following the death of Marcel. But Reiner was determined to see the mission through to the end. He was determined to be a hero who saves his loved ones from the impending threat posed by the so-called Island Devils. And so, Wall Maria was breached, the Titans entered Shiganshina, and thousands of innocent people died, including of course Eren's own mother. But even though Reiner came to Paradise believing that he was fighting these irredeemably evil devils, the years that he spent on the island as an infiltrator drastically changed his opinion about the Islanders. This is best showcased when Reiner returns to Liberio after the time skip and his family asks him about how he managed to live with the Island Devils for so long. Officially, Reiner pays lip service to Marleyan propaganda about Paradise by saying that everyone on the island was indeed a barbarous devil. He has to say this, of course, because saying anything else would get him in big trouble in Marley. However, when Reiner goes on to list off examples of why the people of Paradise were such barbarous devils, he ends up listing ordinary, quirky, and completely harmless things like Sasha's love for potatoes, Koni's goofiness, Jean's irresponsibility, and so on. When he does this, Reiner is actually humanizing the Eldians on Paradise to his family. He is saying that there are all kinds of people there, people with their own unique quirks and personalities, people who are not that different from the people in Liberio and everywhere else. He can't say it directly, he has to preface it by stating that yeah, of course they're all devils, but the message is clear for everyone who is paying attention. Reiner knows that he was lied to. He knows that Marley's propaganda was false. At the end of the day, the Eldians on the island are just normal people. Some are good, some are bad, and others are somewhere in between. Now that he knows this truth, Reiner is tortured by feelings of guilt for what he had done on the island, and how much suffering his actions brought to thousands of normal, innocent people. This is the state of mind that Reiner is in when he finally comes face to face with Eren once again. As we know, Eren had pretended to be a wounded soldier in order to infiltrate Liberio just in time for the big festival and the big declaration of war against Paradise. But before he puts his plans into motion, Eren wanted to have a face-to-face with Reiner. At the same time that Eren and Reiner are meeting after 4 long years, Willy Tybur is delivering his big speech about how the Islanders are dangerous and how they pose an existential threat to the entire world. Willy says that because Eren possesses the founding Titan power, he could initiate the rumbling and use it to destroy the entire world as long as he can find some sort of link to the royal bloodline. The point of Willy's speech is that Eren Yeager, the current holder of the founding Titan, is a massive threat to the entire world and that the world must come together and declare war on Paradis and eliminate this threat once and for all. Eren tells Reiner that Willy is right. Eren is the bad guy now, at least from the perspective of the people in Liberio. And Eren might just end up destroying the world someday if he can find a way to harness the founding Titan's power. But Eren also reminds Reiner that to him, they looked like the bad guys back when they breached Wall Maria, destroyed Eren's hometown, and enabled the Smiling Titan to eat Eren's mom right before his eyes. Eren asks Reiner why. Why did so many innocent people in Paradis have to suffer and die? Why did all of this have to happen? Reiner admits that it was all because of the warriors. Their mission was to infiltrate the walls and see how the king inside the walls would react. If the king didn't react and the pacifism rumors turned out to be true, then the ultimate objective of the warriors was to retake the founding Titan in order to save the world from the evil island devils. Or at least that is what they were taught to believe through Marleyan propaganda. Eren says that he finally understands what Reiner had gone through. Initially, Eren saw everyone on the other side of the sea as an enemy, just as Reiner saw everyone on the island as an enemy. It's easy to hate and want to destroy people you've never even met or had a chance to relate to in any meaningful way. I mean, just look at Twitter, it's perfect proof of exactly that. But after Eren infiltrated Marley, he realized that while there are some terrible people here, there are also good people. There are people here who are generous and kind and completely innocent, people who had nothing to do with what happened on Paradis. The truth is that both across the sea and within the walls, people are all the same. There are good people, there are bad people, and there are people who are somewhere in between. Eren now knows that Reiner also suffered, even as he willingly perpetrated untold horrors back on Paradis. After all, Reiner was just an ignorant child who was brainwashed by ignorant adults and made to think that he was saving the world by destroying the so-called island devils. Reiner was shaped by his environment and by his history, and that is why he went through with the mission to attack Paradis. Reiner truly believed that this is what he had to do in order to save his own people. Eren understands Reiner now because Eren is in a very similar position. Marley and the other nations are about to declare war on Paradis. They are about to attack the island again, and that means that they are going to try and kill everyone that Eren ever loved and cared about. Even though there are definitely good people and innocent people here in Liberio and all over Marley, the people in charge are about to destroy Eren's loved ones unless he stops them. This is the same predicament that Reiner thought that he was in back when he attacked Paradis. It may not have been true, but that is what he believed, and that is what drove him to keep moving forward with his mission. But to Reiner's credit, he doesn't just blame all his actions on his environment. He says that yes, his environment did play a part, but he also takes personal responsibility for his decision to attack Paradis. He admits that beyond just the Marleyan propaganda, he genuinely wanted to be a hero and he wanted to be a respected warrior. That is why he convinced Annie and Bertolt to continue on with the mission even after they wanted to give up and head back to Marley. Reiner now feels an incredible amount of guilt about what he did on Paradis, and he feels that guilt personally. He doesn't just blame Marley, he doesn't just blame brainwashing, he blames himself for choosing to go along with all of it just so he could be accepted and respected by Marleyan society. Reiner is so overcome by guilt that he actually asks Eren to just kill him and put him out of his misery. Reiner can no longer live with his guilt, and even though Reiner knows that Eren is probably about to go ham on Liberio and you would think that Reiner's first instinct would be to protect Liberio, Reiner is so broken that he doesn't even have the will to fight Eren. He simply gives up because he feels that death at the hands of Eren is exactly what he deserves for his actions on Paradis. But Eren doesn't kill Reiner. Instead, he holds his hand out to Reiner and the two of them clasp hands. Eren could have killed Reiner at this moment, and if he did, it would have made the rest of his mission easier. The armored Titan would have been taken out of the equation, and this would have increased the likelihood that Eren's plan would ultimately succeed. But Eren doesn't kill Reiner because he feels for him and he understands him. The two of them are two sides of the same coin. Both of them were destined to do terrible things in order to protect the ones they love. And just as Reiner kept moving forward with his mission back on Paradise, Eren vows to keep moving forward as well until all of his enemies are destroyed. In the very next moment, Eren transforms into his Titan form and unleashes his destructive power on the people of Liberio. This includes the Tibers, the Marleyan military leaders, other global leaders, and unfortunately, it includes civilians as well. Just as Reiner believed that he was doing the right thing when his actions destroyed thousands of innocent lives on Paradise, Eren believes that he is doing the right thing now. The right thing for his own people and his own loved ones. What a powerful moment this is, both in terms of drama and in terms of the personal character development for both Eren and Reiner. This is exactly what war is, and this is what it does. There are no winners in war. Everyone suffers. And usually, there are no clear-cut good guys and bad guys either. Everyone thinks that they are the good guys, and they all think that their enemies must be the bad guys. But there are usually good people and bad people on all sides, and innocent civilians always suffer on all sides of every conflict. Reiner thought that he was doing the right thing to protect his people, and so he attacked Paradise. Eren and many others were traumatized by what Reiner and the warriors had done, and now they think that they are doing the right thing and protecting their own people by attacking Liberio. But the people of Liberio are now going to be traumatized by Eren's attack, and they will grow to hate him and see him as a villain. They will then want to seek revenge against him because from their perspective, he is the bad guy who attacked their homes, and the cycle of hatred and violence will continue. And sadly, this is exactly what happens in our own world. Some countries in our world have been going back and forth and fighting each other for literally hundreds of years because of this vicious cycle of hatred and violence. And of course, every country tends to see itself as good and just, and its enemies as evil and unjust. And that is why this is such an amazing moment. Not only does it offer incredible drama and intensity, and not only does it give us a glimpse into some of the best character development in modern anime, but it also teaches a very powerful lesson about the true nature and true cost of war. This lesson applies just as much to our own world as it does to the world of Attack on Titan. And this is a lesson that we must never forget. No one wins in war. Everyone loses in the end. Everyone suffers, and war is almost never a matter of evil bad guys getting what's coming to them and then show's over, let's go home. Rather, it's always the innocent civilians on all sides who suffer the most. And with every violent act, the cycle of violence continues. Those who are victimized want to strike back and get their revenge, but once they do, their enemies will want to do the same to them, and the cycle keeps moving forward. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and please let me know what you guys thought about the Eren and Reiner reunion moment. Did you think that it was as important and as powerful as I did, and is this one of your favorite moments in anime? Do you have some other favorite moments from Attack on Titan or even some other anime that you like even more than this moment? Definitely drop me a line down in the comments below and make your voices heard. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more Attack on Titan content right here on the channel, please leave a like to let me know, it really does help. And if you're new to AnimeUproar, or maybe you just haven't subscribed yet, make this the video that you subscribe and hit that notification bell to turn on all notifications. You can also hit me up on Twitter and Instagram at AnimeUproar. A big thank you to all of our AnimeUproar patrons for making videos like this one possible. Special thank you to Alpha Sigma, a disciple of Lord Twigo himself. And I can't forget all of our The One tier patrons, the ones who rise above all other clans, including Ingrata, The World, A Quiet Respect, Pate Hefa, Rathian YX, Emperor Otaku, Spidey Life Tanel, Baked Buddhist, and Tungsten Tarkus. Finally, thank you to all of our Pro Hero tier patrons, including the one and only Gilgamesh, Steelers, Angel Cruz, Anatoly Kazatsky, Joe Stanton, Barry Gucci, Jessica Calafond, Rathuin Deora, Alicia Octor, Bonnie Parks, Hino Kami and Water, The Red-Haired Raven, Florian, Joanne Garcia, Jack Watches Anime, Fatboy Games, Deadly Saint, Matthew Cruz, Anthony Schreiber, Hijinks, and Mr. Waffles 247. If you enjoy our videos and you feel that they provide value for you, consider supporting us on Patreon. Even a single dollar will give you access to our patron exclusive Discord, and your name will appear in our videos along with these amazing people. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, see ya, Space Cowboys.